When you go out, have you ever noticed how many street children are neglected and have no lives? Have you ever thought that children who live on the streets have difficulties in fulfilling their needs? And even worse, they are vulnerable to crime and drug abuse. Then, as the young generation, do you allow them to continue to be oppressed and marginalized in society? Despite they also deserve their rights as the children in general. Hi, hello, and how do you do? I hope you're always happy and healthy wherever you are. Well, ladies and gentlemen, before I start to continue my speech, I will ask you, do you know what social inclusion is? Social inclusion means that all people have the best opportunities to enjoy life and make sure no one is left or excluded. Inclusion refers to creating a culture where everyone is welcome despite their differences. They respect and accept. Inclusion can also be defined as the equal right of all human beings. Well, have you applied this in your life? Or are you doing the opposite? Ladies and gentlemen, in this era, as there are so many young generation tends to exclude people who have differences with them. Without realize, there are so many exclusions that occur around us. An example that I myself feel as a boarding school student is that people who come from the same ethnic groups only want to make friends with their fellow ethnic groups and avoid friends who come from other. Why? This is usually happen because those who come from the same ethnic groups hold the same ideology since childhood and afraid of many differences they'll face if they have friends from other ethnic groups. Well, this shouldn't be happen in this era because as the conscious agent of change, we as the young generation plays a very important role in generating positive changes in our nation. Well, in this era, we are investing by building a social inclusion. We are investing in the leaders of tomorrow who will be responsible for all the policies that will affect all of us. By empowering young people today, we can ensure that our nation's future is secured in our hands. But how to build social inclusion? To build social inclusion, firstly, yet the most important thing, the young generation must realize how important is social inclusion. If the young generation is aware that every human being has the same rights and obligation, it will be easy for them to build social inclusion. A safe and inclusive environment can support the young generation's well-being by providing a space where they feel valued, respected, and supported. It can help them to reduce stress and anxiety. Next, social inclusion must start with empathy. Why? Because we need to be able to put ourselves in the shoes of everyone to truly connect with them. By connect with them and can understand their feelings, we can make the successful and long-term inclusion. And the third, we can make a group of people who have interest in the same thing. Because I'm pretty sure it will be easier if we have someone to exchange ideas with, and all the moments we make together can help us to achieve the unexpected things. The fourth, please remember that conflicts are natural and necessary for a better decision making. So resolve conflicts fairly. Everyone has different point of views, experiences, motivations, and by that, we have to hear and evaluate from different viewpoints. And lastly, if we have taken a small step to build inclusion, I'm pretty sure that we can overcome the differences that exist between us. So we can all live peacefully. Stop fighting over our differences and start to focus on our similarities. Like what Jesse Jackson once said, when everyone is included, everyone wins. And last but not least, I'm Nabila Aulia from International Standard School of Amanatul Ummah, and see you when I see you. Whoa, whoa.